Hey YouTube, just giving a 1 year, it's been a little over a year actually, update on the Benchmade Infidel. I think it's I think it's a limited edition. They still make variations of it. Probably I just don't think not in this color, and it might have a different blade. But I still see this being made. I don't really care about the color scheme. I just saw it was an automatic knife, and so that's why I picked it up. And when I was actually at the store, I was actually running my finger along this edge, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty slick. And I was trying to figure out what I could do, but of how to make it a little bit rougher, just because this clip isn't the strongest. And in my pants, like if I were jumping up and down, I do see a little bit of movement as it's sliding up and down in my pants. Now, what it doesn't never has it actually completely fallen out. Obviously, this part will catch on your clothing when it gets to like the edge of the pocket, and so obviously never lost it, and never, or have I misplaced it as well. And that's important because it's a $500 knife, and it's an automatic knife from Benchmade, so there's probably some of that you pay in the price tag for the name, but also in the steel that it uses too is the S30V, and maybe there's a bit of a markup for this. It says it on their limited edition McHenry. Yeah, but I just wanted an automatic knife that wasn't too large and had that dagger style, and it had good steel. It's corrosion resistant, so I was like, decided to try it out, and been carrying it. I'd say 80% of the time for the past year. I have another Benchmade, the Griptilian, the full-size Griptilian, and also the mini Griptilian. Sometimes I'll carry that in like basketball shorts. So, but it's held up. It's fairly lightweight for even the size. It is a full-size knife and blade. So yeah, just keep that in mind. At some angles, when I do sit down, this can kind of dig in my hip, but all I have to do is just kind of shift it forward a little bit over to my groin, where it just kind of your creases, and then no big deal. And it sits next to my flashlight. But yeah, the steel has held up pretty well. Keep it sharp on a regular basis. You can probably see a little bit of just oil on there, which after I sharpen it, I put a coat of oil on there. I feel like it helps it go in and out of this plastic deal a little bit better. And so, but have some issues though. They have this safety mechanism where even if I pull it back so it's not a complete spring loaded, there's a safety where even if you're in front of something, it's not going to just completely puncture through it. But coming out has never been a problem. There's a good amount of force projecting the blade out. Now, if you had a piece of cardboard, it would just bounce back actually. But when you hold the blade upside down and you want to retract it, that time it went in, but sometimes it will not. So that actually, see, that didn't, I can feel it didn't catch all the way in. So I pushed the button to retract it, but it didn't go in all the way, so it didn't lock in place. Now, this is always retracting, which that's why it hasn't bothered me that much. But still, for a $500 blade, you'd expect both ways to be flawless. Now, granted, when that happens, you just flick it out and it just resets in the extended position. So now I've kind of gotten to the habit where I can push it out in any direction, no problem, up, down, what have you. But just got into the habit of when I retract, I just kind of hold it up and like gravity help it. So rather than doing this deal, see how the tip's sticking out, and then just flick it out, and it locks into back to the extended position, but you're trying to retract it. So yeah, Benchmade, if you guys can work on that, because I actually bought another automatic knife that was made locally, and that does not have the same safety mechanism built in like these Benchmades, where it's not meant to puncture through this drywall. where watch here, show you what I mean. So see, it poked a little bit, but it's not gonna try to puncture all the way through this cardboard. And that's the difference with the other automatic knife that I bought that was made locally. It is fully spring loaded, no safeties of any sort going in or out. But you can also tell when it comes out too, just how much force that it shoots out and in with. So there's pros and cons to both, but you would think that coming back in, even from the down position, they should have made it, yeah, so they should have made it work every time. But other than that, pretty happy with it. The blade's been working out great. Like I said, keep it sharp and I keep it coated. Handles, aluminum, it's held up. Little nicks here and there, dropping it and using it, hammering stuff sometimes. So it's Benchmade, so a bit of a premium there, but they do make a quality product, and it's US made, so there is some sort, I do have a bit of a bias and brand loyalty, if you want to call it. So just like Ford and Chevy, I asked Chevy guys, hey, why do you like that over a Ford? They're like, it's just a Chevy. I asked Ford guys, hey, why do you like that over a Chevy? They're like, it's just a Ford. Just a brand they like and feel comfortable with. So same thing on the Benchmade. It's a great US made product, and yeah. So and it's a phenomenal quality and good customer service too, right? You can send the blade in and they'll sharpen it for you and send it back. And yeah, anytime you have inquiries too, there's somebody there within 24 hours to reach back out to you as well. So that, to me, that means a lot. And speaking to someone who speaks English, right? So makes it helpful in a frustrating situation. So yeah, hope you guys liked it. All right, thanks, bye.